Well, I obviously have some other things to do beside the chainsaw. Very nice day here in Sweden. Beautiful colors. Appears now. I guess it's 11 of October today, maybe. I didn't find much of logs. I've been cutting so much, and I don't have an endless supply of logs available for me. But I found this, what is this, 4x4 or something? It's close to, looks like 3.5 and 3 by 3.5 inch. There is the magnificent Husqvarna 163S. I checked out now, it has a 47mm bore on the cylinder, and the stroke was 36mm, and the cc is 63, so it's a big chainsaw. In my world, that is big. But the question is it a 163S? I guess so. I didn't find any inscription on it that can reveal. It should stand here, but it does not. But there is some number plate here, which I barely can read. But it starts, yes, in this shadow and light and angle of light, I can read it. It's 163496. That's the only thing. There is no inscription of type or model or something, just that number. But it starts with 163, so then I'm almost 100% sure it's 163S. And besides that, you can read on the top Husqvarna Sweden. That's all. And it's nailed into that. I guess it's an aluminium plate, identification plate. So I didn't find much of wood. I just took a quick look in the spruce wood, and there is a little mix of pine there too. At least there was one, but it blew down in the winter because there come a lot of wet snow, made the trees heavy, and then the wind came and it become a windfall, so I got the permission to chop it up, so I have wood and material to test different chainsaws. That is one of the branches on that pine. So now I will test the chain on the Husqvarna 163S and see if the old chain I found, which is originally on from Jonsered's 60 arcade, if there is any bite on that chain, and the bar came from the same chainsaw. It's 3/8, 13 inch, 0.58 thick, with 52 links. In US they often call it a 375. I think we call it big 3/8 here in Norway, or in Sweden, as where I am currently. Let's try the chainsaw. No pre-speed. I use no pre-speed. I just try to restart it. It's about 50 minutes since last I started it. About 10 degrees, 12 degrees outside. Okay, It wants a little choke. I put pre-start, see what's happening. I need to find my adjustment screwdriver, but it cuts like a boss. Chain is super good. So I see the light there. Try to get the light to penetrate. Adjustment holes. Yeah, I can't see them. So I don't need to take off the cover. It needs to be regulated down a little. Maybe I should take off the cover. No, I don't. I try just to turn it down a little bit on idle. I don't find the idle screw. It could be straight in there. Often it's marked with a T. But if I take off the cover, I will find it right away. It bugged down slightly on high. Could be, yeah, of course it could be adjusted a little. It may behave a little different when it's getting a little more warmed and being used a little bit more. Remember, this chainsaw has been standing maybe for tens of years, maybe 20 years, who knows. So, well, and I have new piston rings on it, and on the gasket, the base gasket, I smeared a very thin layer of liquid gasket, because I used the old gasket. I never removed the old gasket. It was staying on the crankcase when I took off the cylinder. And on top of the gasket, I made a thin layer of liquid gasket, floating gasket in tuber. I just put a little and smoothed it with my finger, put the cylinder back, and tightened the screws, 4 screws, very well. But my, how it works good. Happy to have this. And this is not a brake, not a safety feature. It does not have chain brake. Found my screwdriver, and what will I do? What will I try to do? I will try to make it a little more rich on low, and thus the idle will turn down a little. I just engaged the adjustment screws. I don't touch the idle screw, which I think is direct from behind, and I need to take off the cover to find the idle screw. I guess, and I make it a little more lean on high to get it not to bog down when I throttle it up, give it speed. But that was slightly, very slightly, and I like to try a chainsaw more and use it more time if it's old and been stored for 10, 20 years. So I feel more that it need to run in again, or settle, kind of. It's my theory, is how I feel this old equipment should be analyzed. And then when you have tried it sometime, if it's work, of course if it's way off, you need to adjust it. But the very tiny, small, fine adjustment, well, a chainsaw, you often need to adjust it. Depends on the weather and the temperatures you use it in. If you use it in -10 degrees or in +10 degrees, makes a difference. Also could make a slightly different if you are 1,000 meters above the sea level, or if you are on the sea level. Something about the pressure in the air, and but that's very minor adjustments. But the point is to adjust the chainsaw slightly, ever so slightly. It's normal that you need to do often. Now it should start easy. That's where I like it. And the high screw I didn't need to adjust as I feel now. But it's also oiling good now. I see that. I see oil on the blades here, on the leaf here. So it's oiling good too. So this is a high value chainsaw, very success so far. Powerful, 63 cc. I never used those things for many years or something. I'm pretty new on the Husqvarna vintage chainsaws, but as far as I know and I understand, it's very old, 50-year-old chainsaw. So this could be high value stuff. even today. Very useful, cost effective and with power, but I didn't find the big logs.